For more content like this, log on to gibbopresents.com.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm joined by Kingpin from King Addies, who on Friday night faced off with Stereo 5 at the 2017 edition of the New Jersey Cup Clash. Kingpin, how are you?
I'm good. Where are you going?
To start with, talk me through what unfolded inside Club Eclipse and tell me why you won.
I mean, the dance was a good dance, man. 4 rounds, King Addies versus Stereo 5, and I mean in New Jersey. First round was very excellent. We played good. First round for him was, he played Addies tunes or whatever. And I mean, second round we played good. Second round he played all right. I mean, I could break it down, but you would have to hear the audio. But in my opinion, we won the dance because we had more vibes and we played the bigger set of tunes. And I mean, when we bust the crowd and when we got our forwards, it was more of a everybody giving a forward instead of Stereo 5's little crew. Stereo 5 literally bought, I would say, a bag of people from Bronx. Bronx people are very loyal. And I mean, and you have to say big up to Stereo 5 for that, because if you're a song and you don't have fans, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? But he walked with his fans, and that's a great thing. So I give him applause for that. You know what I mean? Every song should have fans. You know what I mean? But at least we had our fans in the venue, but Stereo 5 just had more fans, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So when in the end, I believe we won because we had the more caliber tunes and we played better. We had the more vibes and we had the bigger forwards, in my honest opinion.
We'll come back to the amount of fans that both sounds had in the venue in a second, but as far as you understood, were there any rules for this clash other than the fact that there were 4 rounds?
No, there was no rules. I never knew anything about any rules. Nobody said anything about rules. All right, all I knew was the first round was 45 minutes, second round was 30. The third round was 20. That's all I knew. I just knew the format of the clash.
So there was no agreement as to whether there would be a tune for tune at the end of the night?
No, there was nothing like that.
And when the clash came to an end, there was a vote to see who the crowd thought was victorious?
It was like an unofficial vote, if you ask me. Because when I said, in the clash, I asked all of the Stereo 5s said dead. Everybody said dead, except for the Stereo 5 fans, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Everybody, majority of the crowd from the right side to the middle said dead. You know what I mean? It's in the audio, you can hear it. But after a while, as a song man, Stereo 5 wasn't gonna take that. He kept asking for the mic, let me talk. Then the promoter came in, Lady Anya, big up yourself. She came in, and I was playing tunes, and then it was like she came and asked the question of, do you want to see tune for tune? Actually, Jimmy asked that. I'm sorry, Jimmy Split from King China asked, do you want to see tune for tune? And people in the crowd said no, they don't want to see tune for tune. So that's why I continued playing. Then after a while, it became in a whole drama. And then Lady Anna asked who win the dance. A lot of people put up their hand for Stereo 5, and a lot of people put up their hand for Addies. When people said Stereo 5, everybody else booed. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's one of those things you can't really put into words. You have to have been there to see it with your 2 eyes. You know what I mean? The audio, you have to have been there, man.
Did Lady Anya say anything at the end of the night with regards to why she chose not to give the trophy to either sounds?
Not really. She didn't say anything. She didn't say anything why. She just felt probably like it was unsettled. And in my eyes, I believe we really won that dance from start to finish. From start to finish. There's no doubt in my mind that we won that dance.
You played this clash solo, emceeing and mixing. I'm guessing you made this decision after Speedy posted his video on Facebook prior to the clash.
Nah. That was something. That was the decision for me to play by myself in the dance was brought down by the higher heads of King Addies, like Father Ethan and management. They said let Kingpin play the dance by himself.
Is that something you've been wanting to do for a while?
I mean, I played dances by myself, but to clash by myself, I'm not new to it. I've done it before in Melotex, but for Addies, it's more of a bigger, Addies is more of a bigger thing to clash by yourself. But I did good. People say I did well, so I'm proud.
I'm guessing you saw the video before the clash, though, posted by Speedy. What was your response when you saw it?
A sound thing. I mean, everybody gonna make their videos to hype up the dance. I didn't feel any way about it. It's just sound. That's clash. That's part of it. You have to promote. You have to say what you have to say. And that's just that.
What was the game plan for you going in, and what were you expecting from Stereo 5?
I mean, expectations from Stereo 5 was what they did. Custom songs. Try to play the Bounty Killers. Everybody does the same thing when it comes to Addies. They try to beat out the Bounty Killers for the first round. If they have certain dead artists, they try to play it. It's the same thing everybody does. It's the same exact thing. Our game plan was just to play bigger songs. Then I listened to a couple dances from Stereo 5. I understood what kind of tunes they played, so I went into the clash saying, I'm gonna just play bigger music and bigger songs and keep a better vibe than them.
You touched
and be calm. That was one of the major things for me this clash, to be more calm.
You touched on the makeup of the crowd earlier. I know it's kind of hard to tell inside a dark venue, but roughly what percentage of the crowd would you say were Addies fans, what percentage Stereo 5 fans, and what percentage neutral Clash fans?
All right, I'll be real. The percentage I give Stereo 5 in the dance was about, I'll say, it's hard to say. Probably about 45% I dance are Stereo 5 fans. Spread out. One, like, the whole left side, if you look at the pictures of the dance, the whole left side of the dance was Stereo 5 fans. The whole left side, and then some were in the front of the crowd. If you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it was his game plan to spread out among them. I don't know if that was his trick or whatever, but it looked like he just said, you know what, we're going to put some dudes over here, we're going to put some over there. And that was it. Some dudes was on the stage. We are Stereo 5 fans. But as I said earlier, so it was good for him, man. That's excellent on his part, man. But neutral fans, I mean, I didn't really notice neutral fans like that. I noticed a lot of sound men in the dance, like a lot of people that own sounds, like, like Blunt Posse. A lot of the sound men were the Yared, If you want to say they were neutral, yeah, but the rest of the crowd, I would say about 30% or 35% were Addies. Then the rest were just sound men in the dance.
Looking to the future, February the 25th, Premier League Sound Clash inside Amazura. You'll be going up against Camouflage. Tell me how this one's going to unfold.
I expect a lot of the same thing for the Stereo 5 dance, but I expect the same thing. But this time it's gonna be Addies. We're not gonna leave a chance for anybody to say anything else but Addies win the dance. That's my mindset going to the dance.
What do you need to look out for from Camouflage? What are their main strengths?
Honestly, I haven't really listened to Camouflage like that yet. But you know how the thing goes. Right now, this week after, right now we're just gonna sit down, we're gonna strategize the whole squad. We're just gonna think of what we're gonna do.
It hasn't been that long since Addies' 33rd anniversary, which took place on December the 23rd. Afterwards, there was a lot of debate and talk among sound system fans about the event. Are there any comments you'd like to make about anything regarding that event?
It was a good event. Look out for the 34th this year, man. That's all I can say about it. It was a great event, man. Big up to everybody that came out. Big up to all the sounds. Big up to the artists that came. A lot of artists were there that you didn't even realize were there. They didn't really perform like that, but they were there just to support. and that was a good look. But look out for the 34th one, man. Look out for all the events Addies is doing this year, like Welcome to New Lots. There's so much things going on. The Addies tour, a whole heap of things. People look out for the Addies tour. Europe, we're coming to Europe. May. Can't exactly remember the date, but we're going to be in Europe in May. So link up if you want a date. Promoters on the outside.
And if sounds or promoters are looking to get in touch, is there an email address or the best way to get in contact with you?
The best way to get in contact with Addies right now is just hit us up on the Gmail, kingaddiesmusic@gmail.com. Simple like that. kingaddiesmusic@gmail.com. Let's link up. You know what I mean? Anybody want to clash any young song? We clashing everybody. This is Addies, man. A lot of sounds sit down and they don't clash they probably clash one time a year, probably clash once every 2 years. You know what I mean? We clashing as much as we can, man. This is Addies. We gonna clash. We gonna war. That's what Addies is, a war song. We war. We juggle. We do everything. So any young song want to link up and clash, kingaddiesmusic@gmail.com.
Before we finish, switching up the topics, should the Knicks trade Carmelo?
Hell no. There's no way. I mean, it's my opinion. I believe that if you're going to trade Carmelo, you need to get something for it. But the trades that they're trying to do, in my opinion, don't make any sense, but teach his own. Phil Jackson has a plan, I guess. Everybody has a plan.
Any last big ups or anything you'd like to mention?
Simple big up to all the Addies fans. You know what I mean? Big up to Speedy and all Stereo 5 family. Big up to all his fans. You know what I mean? I know I made some new fans in the Bronx. Bronx people are some of the hardest people to play for, but big up, because they're very loyal. I remember when I used to play Melotex. All when you go on good, I seen a guy in the crowd, even this weekend, Friday night, a man say, yo, Kingpin, you go on good, but may I bring my sound, you know what I mean? He cheering for his sound. So big up to all the Stereo 5 fans, and big up to everybody that was at the dance. You know what I mean? It was an excellent dance. It was one of those dances that you would always remember. I would always remember this dance because to me it was a hostile environment. It would seem like, everything was, but I enjoyed it. I learned a lot from this one dance. Learned a lot. You know what I mean? So big up to everybody. Big up yourself as always,
Kingpin, thanks a lot.
Of course, man. Anytime.
Gibbo presents